Daniel Ricciardo has been confirmed as Red Bull's third driver for the 2023 season, putting an end to the widespread rumours and official declarations made by the company. Even though team principal Christian Horner has stated that no contracts have been signed in the past, the team has now made it official that the contracts have been signed. Join us on the F1 Insider channel as we uncover the secret deal Ricciardo made with Red Bull. So let's dive into the video. Daniel Ricciardo has intriguing non-F1 business plans to raise his name in the States. The seasoned driver will serve as Red Bull's third driver in F1 2023 because McLaren fired him and replaced him with youngster Oscar Piastri. For more free time, Ricciardo, who was tied for fourth in the list of 2022 F1 driver salaries, can develop his brand. Sports Business Journal says Ricciardo will be an executive producer on a new Hulu series that aims to be F1's version of Entourage. Also, a distinct TV role that is different from a standard punditry function and near to the F1 world has been lined up. But Ricciardo is selective about his profession. He has declined a number of reality TV programs. Nick Thim in New York and Roman Dissom in London, two of his CAA agents, know how much Ricciardo's reputation has grown in the US due to Netflix's Drive to Survive. They're looking for methods to expand Ricciardo's winery, DR3 Wines by St. Hugo, and apparel line, Rick 3. The difficulty is to repeat that success in other markets, given that both have already made waves in America. Although Ricciardo already has sponsors like Beats by Dre, EA Sports, OKS, Optus, and Bombardier recreational products, he plans to expand his network. Red Bull has added Daniel Ricciardo as their third driver for the 2023 season, ending much rumour and team claims. Although team president Christian Horner had before claimed that no contracts had been signed, the team has now made it official. Over 4 years after leaving the Bulls at the end of the 2018 season, Daniel Ricciardo will be a part of the team. The Australian referred to the group as home and expressed his excitement about becoming involved with them once more. He stated, "I'm thrilled to return to Oracle Red Bull Racing in 2023 as their third driver. Although I already have many happy memories of my stay here, I must express my deep gratitude to Christian Horner, Dr. Helmut Marko, and the entire staff for their warm welcome." Given that when he had not secured a replacement seat when McLaren cancelled his contract, Ricciardo was anticipated to miss the 2023 season. He had said he would rather not be with anyone than be with a slower team, despite rumours that he might join Haas or Williams. Although there was speculation of him returning to Red Bull, it seemed highly improbable given the success of Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez for the club. He will now be their third driver for the 2023 season, which might be necessary for his future. Since 2011, when his professional career began, Daniel Ricciardo has been a member of the Red Bull family. He shared a car with Max Verstappen until then, but left the team to join Renault. He did well with the French team until 2021 when he switched to McLaren. He had many issues with the team and was thus replaced for the upcoming season by fellow countryman Oscar Piastri. Team owner Christian Horner is confident that the experience of the Australian, who spent a significant amount of time with Red Bull, will help the squad develop. Daniel will contribute in the development of the car and support the team with his expertise and knowledge of what it takes to succeed in Formula 1, the team stated. Daniel will allow us to diversify in his capacity as test and third driver, they added. Opportunities may arise now that Daniel Ricciardo is the third driver for Red Bull, since it will strengthen his resume. If he's looking for the same thing, he should secure a spot on the squad for the 2024 campaign. Daniel Ricciardo begins the year without a Formula 1 starting berth for the first time since he began his career. McLaren and Ricciardo amicably terminated a 3-year contract 1 season early, leaving him without a place after nearly 12 complete seasons in Formula 1. Ricciardo was reluctant to pursue another midfield or back marker position when his alternatives diminished. "I'm looking forward to not competing at that level for 12 months, Ricciardo said at Red Bull's livery introduction in New York on Friday. Ricciardo, whose junior career was supported by Red Bull, who raced for them from 2014 to 2018, earning 7 of his 8 F1 victories, instead agreed to a third driver contract with them. As a result of the agreement, Ricciardo will not serve as the team's de facto backup driver. Instead, Liam Lawson, a young driver, will hold that position. Red Bull will use Ricciardo's contagious optimism for marketing and ambassadorial opportunities. Despite no longer being one of the 20 full-time Formula 1 racers, Ricciardo can still command a seat on The Late Show, which is a testament to his popularity, especially in the United States. Before heading to the United States, where he will remain to watch the Super Bowl on February 2nd, Ricciardo spent the winter in his native Australia, spending it with family, riding bikes, doing stuff I wouldn't be able to appreciate as much as I did this year if I did it normally. You kind of need it more as you get older, he remarked. Being at home and spending time with loved ones was good. I savoured it, rather than giving the races or the season much thought. Every year at home, I'm preoccupied with something or constantly thinking about training, so having a break from that was beautiful. I owed them that, and the individuals I care about, some sincere one-on-one time. Even though Ricciardo's marketability made him easier to hire, Red Bull still needs him to help defend both championships. Ricciardo is expected to briefly test the RB19 during in-season tyre testing, in addition to performing tasks in Red Bull's simulator and offering advice based on his experience. I'll listen in to meetings on race weekends, and if I'm not at the track, being on the channels with the engineers will provide me access to the information, allowing me to identify any potential trends, he said. No automobile is flawless, even if they're winning every race. You're constantly chasing after something, so it's essential to comprehend the evolution. If I have an idea from the past several years, I can offer direction and advice, test anything in the simulator, and provide feedback. With Ricciardo's return to Red Bull comes a reunion with his former colleague from 2016 to 2018, Max Verstappen, who is currently the two-time defending Formula One world champion. Speculations about whether Ricciardo's signing, even in a limited role, puts additional pressure on Perez. Perez replied, "No, you have to perform your best at Red Bull. Whether Daniel is present or not is irrelevant." Perez is already under contract until 2024, while Ricciardo still needs to actively look for a seat, despite having discounted the possibility of appearing as a guest in another championship. Regrettably, Daniel Ricciardo will not participate in this year's Australian Grand Prix, his home Formula One race. Yet, he has been given control of a vintage F1 car with a V8 engine to travel the island's nation and build anticipation for the occasion. In a brand new Red Bull racing movie, the team's third driver is seen tearing around in the 2011 RB7 on streets, public roads, and even the renowned Mount Panorama racecourse, the site of the dreaded Bathurst 1000. Along the route, he shares the road with several local racing heroes, such as Supercars champion Shane van Gisbergen in his Chevrolet Camaro, Enduro racing legends Toby Price and Daniel Saunders, and aerobatics flyer Matt Hall. Red Bull has already dispatched Sergio Perez on a tour of the United States, Max Verstappen on a visit to the Netherlands, and even Daniel Ricciardo has taken part in one of these promotional videos. "I've always wanted the chance to do this in Australia," remarked Ricciardo after his first Red Bull Racing Road Tour in San Francisco. "Being at home is the best way to commemorate my first F1 race since rejoining Oracle Red Bull Racing, driving the RB7 over the Australian outback and showing the world the best Australia offers." So that's it for today's video, and if you like the video, then subscribe to our channel. It's free. See you all in the following video.